John back from New Zealand and now off to Tassie. How are you managing the travel load with all the players?
Oh, look, we've been fortunate enough to get in some good days of practice. The schedule was relatively user-friendly with good time to recover, and we'll head to Tassie tomorrow and get ready to take on the Jack Jumpers Sunday.
And Doolittle back, how much of a boost will that give you, especially given I think it's just the 8th time that Windler and Cotton and Doolittle are all playing together?
Yeah, look, great to have Christian back. As I've talked about all week, his importance both offensively and defensively, but he's our team's leading rebounder. So to bring that back into the group is nice. Looking forward to that. But in saying that, Todd Withers has done a phenomenal job for us in the absence of Christian.
I think the last time you went down to Tassie was tight clash. I think it went to overtime and then beat them back here. What do you sort of take out of those last two games? Are there lessons you can use this weekend?
Yeah, like both teams are probably in different places than when we last played them, and certainly the time in Tassie. So for us, I would say we're playing at a different level. And then Tassie, like they've been really hit heavily with injuries. So they play tonight, so we'll get a good look at how their adjustments are with the loss of some of their players.
Their record, their week compared to your week is quite crazy. That they'll have played 2 games before getting to you. Is that an advantage that you need to take advantage of?
Look, I can't look at that as something to take advantage. Like they're the defending champions. We all have our own race to run at this time of the year. So if you start trying to think about those types of things, now if we go in and play with a purpose and pace that we want to play at, maybe that becomes impactful towards the end of the game.
So speed could wear them down in that way? Is that what you mean?
Like we're one of the faster playing teams. They're one of the more methodical type of teams in the league. So it's who can win the battle of the style of play that wants to be played in the game.
Is that one of the more challenging ones to come up against when it's so different to you that both ends of the court are going to look dramatically different? Whichever team can find that edge at the right time.
Oh, absolutely, and that's the beauty of basketball is everyone has their own way and style of thinking that they can win and manipulate the game. And we're playing with a nice pace and balance to us offensively and defensively. So the chess match is who can flex and play their style.
How do you fit Christian back into this group? Is it through starting? Is it through restricted minutes, or is he totally free to do whatever you feel like doing on the night?
Yeah, look, we got to be mindful of him coming back after like quite an extended period on the sidelines, because he's usually someone you're logging 33 to 36 minutes a game. So it would be unfair on him for me to think we can just throw him into the deep end. But then also thinking about like our next 10 or 12 days as far as how can we just progress him through those so he can be as efficient and as good as player as he can potentially be.
And knowing that your young guys have done the job, like that, you're in such a beneficial moment now where you don't have to push guys back because these guys would have confidence right now?
Yeah, look, I reflect a little bit on Keanu when he was out with illness. Those guys, and we're talking about Aquera and Almanza, like they did a great job with the opportunity given. KP's come back and been phenomenal with the way that he's played, but we've allowed him to get back up to speed at his own pace. Hopefully we can do the same with Christian.
Is MyState Bank Arena a tough place to play compared to other venues? The club doesn't have a great record there, but Tassie are also very good.
Yeah. Look, I think it's one of those places where, as a player, you get excited to play there because it's an electric atmosphere, and I'm sure the Tasmanian faithful will always feel like they're a home court advantage. But with the likes of some of our players, I think they relish that opportunity.
Just last one, I've only got one. What have you made of this period of time being away from RAC Arena? Are you satisfied with the performances, and what has this being away sort of taught you?
Look, it's been a good stretch of games for us, but we still have a couple more away, so we can't get ahead of ourselves here. What I think it's done is allowed us to galvanise as a team and just build a little bit of confidence through winning on the road, because at the start of the year we struggled on the road, where through this period up to date we've been very good.
So what did you do to help galvanise then?
We just started putting the ball in the basket a little bit more.
But was there anything off court that you did different? Like, is there something that you've been able to do to change that entire momentum of your season? Because this was a really important 7 weeks for you.
I'm a creature of habit. I don't change. We've got a group that enjoys each other's company away from the court. So when you're on the road, that really tests that. But I think they did get to spend some time amongst each other and, just kind of figure things out and how we could become a better functioning team. The other part is we've navigated through injury to key players, which has allowed young guys to blossom, but then also the veterans. You can see the confidence they have in the young guys throughout the game and in important moments in games. So it's been just a nice recipe through this period for us to get some confidence and just grow as a team.
And being able to train in between that, all the flights you've had, you have managed to get quality sessions in still. That's going to end for a short period of time with this schedule that you've got coming up. Has this been a really important for your entire season to get sessions in knowing it's going to get really hectic?
Yeah, absolutely. And guys just staying in rhythm like the way Bryce is playing right now. Like when you're in a good rhythm, you need something to keep yourself going. So the practices and then the games have allowed him to do that. Our young guys, but then guys coming back from injury, we've been a group that's been around each other, and there's different energies that are bringing a great presence to our group. Like having Christian back at practice this week has lifted, and his competitive juices motivate everyone. So we've been able to just throw different pieces of wood on the fire as we go through this to stoke the fire and refocus a little bit.
You've had Ladji here with you for 3 weeks. He finishes up today. What have you made of him?
Yeah, look, promising prospect, that's for sure. And you can just see his own confidence around our group. He's been here for almost 2 weeks. An impressive guy with the way that he's handled himself. A raw and heavy potential talent, that's for sure.
What skills do you like about him?
Oh, what I actually like the most for a young guy, he's just here and ready to jump in whenever an opportunity comes around where, some younger players, they can come in a situation like this and be very standoffish, but he's jumped in during limited opportunity, and when he's jumped in, he's it's been a great evaluation for us.
One non-basketball. You've lived in California. Is everyone over there okay with your?
Yeah. Look, my family's doing okay. We're far enough away from what's going on, but really devastating in the Pacific Palisades, Malibu area. So hopefully everyone's safe out there.